So in that, I have like the next part of the notes as well. So it's till the end of this chapter.
Till the end of differential equations.
Yeah.
So end of the chapter, I saw the notes, like there's not much left. There is just homogeneous, what you have sent so far, homogeneous equations, and there are some, one or two more cases are left.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's solvable for P, X and Y, and there's Clairaut's equations.
so it's not a lot, it's very less, little. So if there another set of notes after that?
No, but we also have matrices. So like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
following that for now with class, so that's
Uh,
not that big of a
so we'll
problem.
we'll finish this part off, and after that by Sunday, hopefully this is over, differential equations,
Okay.
and then we'll do matrices after that next week.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Also, sir, I did the exercises. Like I
Uh,
did like a few questions from each
uh,
main,
uh,
and everything
matlab,
was fine. But like
hmm.
I had a doubt in example 2 on page 68.
Example 2 is
Yeah, this one, the question
yeah,
which you've written on the board.
yeah, yeah. So first this one is fine.
Yeah, this one was fine. I got it.
So basically we are searching for an exact differential equation, right?
Yeah,
And we are calling it as m. We are, the condition is dou m by dou y
yeah,
should be equal to dou n by dou x, right?
yeah,
So
yes,
in this case, dou m by dou y would be 2x, and this is also 2x, right?
yeah,
So therefore, we know that this will be an exact equation.
yeah,
Now, so now basically our point is to guess that function f of x comma y, right?
hmm,
So we have dou f by dou x is equal to 2xy, right?
yeah,
And dou f by dou y is equal to x square minus 1, right?
yeah,
So from here, integrating with respect to x, right?
hmm,
You will get uh, f of uh, f of xy would be equal to, integrating with respect to x will be y into x square plus g of y, right?
yeah,
Correct. And
yeah,
differentiating this now with respect to y, right? So
yeah.
differentiating this with respect to y would be x square plus g dash y, right?
X square plus G dash
With
Y.
respect to y,
Yeah, okay,
right?
yeah.
Why am I differentiating with respect to y? Because dou f by dou y is n, right?
Hmm,
Is this, right?
yeah,
So this becomes, this is equal to x square minus 1, right?
hmm,
So you
yeah,
get g dash y is equal to minus 1,
hmm,
and therefore g of y is equal to minus y, right?
yeah,
This is dou by dou y, right?
yeah,
Is minus 1. So g of y is minus y, right?
yes,
So once you get that, you put that in this equation. So f of xy is equal to x square y minus y, right?
yeah,
And the solution will be written as f of xy could be a constant. So
okay. So
solution
X
is,
square,
huh,
yeah,
so x square minus 1 y is equal to c. So y is equal to c by x square minus 1.
yeah,
This is
okay,
my solution for this, right?
yeah.
So the
Sir,
process
in the
is,
notes,
huh,
they after proving that it's exact, what they
hmm,
did is they did integral of m dx
hmm,
plus integral of the part of n which doesn't have a x component dy,
hmm.
and they
So
equated that to c. Yeah, so it's
we are also doing the same thing.
same
It's
thing.
just
Yeah.
that this is m. Wait 1 second. This was m. This part was m, right?
Yeah.
So we checked whether it is exact. Once we checked that it is exact, now we have to guess this function,
Hmm.
and we have to guess whose exact differentiable it is. Exact differential it is. No,
Yeah.
f of xy, d of f of xy, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Should be equal to 0. So the solution should come as f of xy is equal to constant, right?
Yeah.
So now we have to guess this f of xy. So we know that partial derivative of x with
Hmm.
respect to x is 2xy.
Yeah.
So we to put the dx this side and integrate. So f of xy should be with respect to x, right?
Yeah.
So it will be, y is a constant, so 2x integration will be x square.
Yes.
and g of y is a constant that comes out here, right?
Yeah.
Because it is a function of two variables, right?
Yes.
So this comes, and now f of xy has come as basically it has come for us as uh, y into x square plus g of y, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so the other part of it, we already know that dou by dou y is x square minus 1, right?
Yes.
So we make
Yeah.
use of that to find out our g of y. This is unknown right now for us, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So we have to fix it before we can write the solution like this, right?
Okay. Yeah.
To fix this, we are doing dou by dou y of this f of xy should
Yeah.
be equal to the x square minus 1 earlier, right? This one.
Yes.
So once we wrote that, we got g dash y
Yeah.
with respect to y here, right? Dou by dou y we had done. So
Yes.
this g dash y is dou g by dou y is equal to minus 1. So g is coming as minus y, right? G of y. And now we put that minus y back here, and then we get the solution should be like this, right?
Yeah.
So the point here is to not to try to remember it, okay? So don't try to, even if the example in the class that he has shown, or whoever is your prof has shown,
Yeah.
he might have written some formula, okay, it will always be like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't try to remember it, because that will just confuse you and it will be too much, like, because there are so many variables, no? Like, it will be difficult to remember. Don't ever try to memorize it. What you have to do is basically understand what is going on and use logic to get it. So we'll try that with this example too. So
Okay.
let's see. So it is e power 2y minus y cos xy dx. So
Yeah.
e power 2y minus y cos xy dx plus 2x e power 2y minus x cos xy, 2x e power 2y minus x cos xy plus 2y dy is equal to 0.
Yeah.
Plus 2y dy is equal to 0. Now this looks like m x comma y dx plus n x comma y dy is equal to 0. What I want is for m and x to combine together to be a d of some f x comma y
Yeah.
is equal to 0. That is the meaning of, if it was like this, then I would have written answer would have been this, right?
Yeah.
Correct? So I am going to try to get my f function, right? Whose total differential is this, right? So that means that dou capital F by dou x is equal to m, and dou capital F by dou y is equal to n, right?
And yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So these are my relations that we already know, right? So first thing here is whether this is possible or not. To check that, we have to just check dou m by dou y, because x was with m. So with respect to y, should be equal to dou n by dou x. This is just a check.
Yeah.
Right? So with respect to y, when I do it, it becomes 2 e power 2y minus cos xy minus y into minus, okay, wait, I made some mistakes. With respect to y, I have to do. So, okay, this seems correct only. So I first differentiated the y part, and now I'm going to differentiate the
minus
cos
x sin xy.
Minus sin xy into
X.
x, right?
Yeah.
So this becomes 2 e power 2y minus cos xy plus xy sin xy.
Yeah.
And let's do the other part with respect to x. So this becomes 2 e power 2y
Yeah.
minus cos xy minus x into cos differentiation is minus sine. So minus sin xy into y, right?
Yeah.
And this is 0. So this is coming matching. This is matching, right?
Yeah.
So therefore it is exact. So we can proceed now. Okay.
Yeah.
So now what I have is this m is equal to dou f by dou x, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So m is this part, right? So
yes.
dou f by dou x is equal to e power 2y minus y cos xy, right?
Yeah.
So I will try to integrate it with respect to x, right?
Mm.
to try to get my f, right?
Yeah.
So I am writing it first like this, and I'm going to integrate it. So
Mm.
integrating it will give me f of xy is equal to integration with respect to x. So this is a constant.
Yeah, that.
E power 2y into x,
Mm.
right? This is also a constant. So minus
Yeah.
y integral of cos x, right?
Yeah.
Cos xy, where y is a constant. Cos
Mm.
x integration is sine.
Yeah.
Sine
Line
xy
X divided
by
by.
y, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Correct. So plus some constant, but the constant will be a g of y, right?
Yeah.
Because it is with respect to x I was doing, right? And
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
two variable function.
Mm.
So I'm getting f of xy is coming out to be for me x e power 2y
Mm.
minus sine xy
Mm.
plus g of y, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Now this is not sufficient because g of y I don't know, right?
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
far there is nothing very weird that we have done, right? It is
No,
very
no.
obvious steps.
Yeah.
So now g of y I don't know, but I have another piece of information, which is
Mm.
this. Dou f by dou y is n, right?
Yeah. So we do the same thing
Ah,
then.
So we find dou f. No, we don't do the same thing. We just differentiate to go get dou f by dou y,
Okay. Yeah.
right? Because we
Yeah.
already know that it is n, no?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't do the same thing. What we did here was integrate to get f, right?
Yeah.
We integrated this equation to try to get f, right? But the
Hmm.
problem that came was there was an unknown g of y.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So now we have to remove that unknown. So I'm going to try to differentiate f with respect to y. So dou f by dou y
Hmm.
should be equal to with respect to y. So x into 2 e power 2y, right?
Yeah.
Minus cos of xy into x, right?
Yeah.
Plus g dash y, right?
Yes.
This is dou g by dou y, right?
Is equal to that n.
Is equal to n, and n was
Yeah.
already known, right? So notice
Yes.
that now this part gets cancelled, 2x e power 2y, see it,
Hmm.
right? Minus x cos xy gets cancelled.
Cancel. Huh? Yeah.
So this must be equal to plus 2y, right?
2y. Yeah.
So g dash y is equal to 2y. So this
Hmm.
was dou g by dou y is equal to 2y.
Yeah.
So g was y square.
Yeah.
So g was y square. Now I can put that here, right?
Yes.
So now I will get my equation as, okay, I'll rub off some stuff here.
Yeah.
Now I can write my answer as f of xy is equal to c was the solution, no?
Yeah.
So I'll write the solution like that. I will say x e power 2y minus sine xy plus y square is equal
Hmm.
to c is the solution,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So not very difficult. It's
So like, but how did you get is equal to c? Like,
because that came in the beginning only, no? So m of xy dx plus n of xy dy is equal to 0, right? We were
yeah.
saying it is exact if we can write it as d of f of xy, right?
Yeah. 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 Got it.
So d of f of xy is 0. The solution of that is f of xy is equal to c,
Yeah. Got it.
right?
Yeah.
So f of xy is equal to c is my solution here, and I have found my g of y. So I will just put that there, and this is the answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have to be a little careful, but like there is nothing to panic here in the sense that you don't have to memorize things. If you try memorizing anything, no, it will be very weird because so many
Yeah.
x, y are there, right?
Yes.
You'll not remember what will, because sometimes it could be, a question could be framed in a different way where you have to do g of x comes or something, right?
Yeah.
F of x, I mean, it could be done in a different way also, right? So
Okay.
let's do one or two more questions, maybe any exercise question that you have tried and which is difficult or something.
So
Of
I
this
tried them and I could do all of them also. So
Okay, fine. So if you look at the theory in the book here, there is some advanced stuff here like integrating factors and all, okay?
yeah.
But I don't think it has been done for you in your
No,
class.
it's not been done.
So it will not be coming. So
Yeah.
we will not bother about those. There is some advanced stuff, but it is also not very difficult, but could be confusing. So
Yeah. Okay.
so right now we'll not bother about those. Example 3, 4, if you see, those are some integrating factors examples, right?
Yeah.
So these initial value problems, exercise 2.4, if there is any doubt, we can solve in the previous exercises also. If there is any doubt, you can tell me. Okay.
Sir, I didn't face any problem. I did like I tried all which looked hard, so
Okay.
it was yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead to the homogeneous ones, the next section, which
Okay.
is solutions by substitution.
Yeah.
Substitution method. So first of all, we need to know what is a homogeneous function. If it's a function in x and y, right? When is it homogeneous, right?
Yeah.
It's homogeneous. So homogeneous means basically all the terms of that function have the same degree.
Yeah.
Right? So if it is like we have seen in 12th standard, you would have seen equations of conic sections and all, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have equations like this, right?
Yeah.
This could represent a circle, ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, whatever, right?
Mm.
But here, this term has degree 2, this term has
Yes.
degree 2, degree 2. These two are degree 1, and this is degree 0 because it's a constant term. So this is degree 2. So this is an example of something that is not homogeneous.
Yeah. Okay.
Homogeneous would be a pair of straight lines passing through the origin, which is like this. That's it. These are all the terms are degree 2, right? The mathematically rigorous way to define it is if there is a function f of xy, right? And if you do the transformation, instead of if f of tx and f of ty is equal to t power n f of x comma y, okay, if this is true, then you say that the f of xy is homogeneous with degree n. Homogeneous with degree n. Okay. So let's just check, for example, this one, right? Let's check whether it is homogeneous and what is the degree, right? So if in this function f of xy, this is a function of two variables, if you put tx and ty, right? So it becomes a of t square x square plus 2h t square x square y square, right? Plus b of t square y square, correct?
So what? Oh, we're putting it as tx.
F of tx comma
Yeah,
ty.
yeah, okay.
So instead of x, I have put tx. Instead of y, I have put ty.
Okay.
Right? So clearly from here, you can see that this can be t square can be taken common and it becomes the original one, right?
Yeah.
This is not x square. This is xy only. And by square, right? So clearly this is t square into f of xy, right? So you are getting f of tx comma f of ty is equal to t square f of xy. So n is equal to 2 and it is homogeneous with degree 2. Right?
Yeah.
So this is a homogeneous equation. Now the point is that whenever we have a homogeneous differential equation, whenever we have a homogeneous DE, then the substitution y is equal to vx or x is equal to vy seems to work. Okay.
Yeah.
Homogeneous differential equation, and either y is equal to vx or x is equal to vy, something like this will help to convert it to a variable separable form.
Yeah.
Variable separable or exact differentiable form. It will make the differential equation doable, right? So we can just go into examples here and see a few and we'll realize what has to be done. So for example, x square plus y square dx plus x square minus xy dy. X square plus y square dx plus x square minus y square dy is equal to 0, right? Now you notice that every term is 2 degree. So that is a homogeneous equation.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't need to bother too much here. See, right now it is not be exact, I think. Like right now, if I do dou m by dou y, it is 2y. And dou m by dou x is 2x, right?
Yeah.
They are not matching. No? So exact method is not going to work here, right?
Yeah.
So now we can see that it is homogeneous though. So let's try some substitution like y is equal to vx, right?
Yeah.
So then we know that dy by dx is equal to dy by dx is equal to v plus x dv by dx, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we can write dy by dx here as dy by dx is equal to bring it to that side and divide by x square. So it will be x square plus y square into minus 1 by x square minus y square, right?
Yeah.
Correct. This is my equation from the expression only,
Yeah.
right? And now I have put the substitution. So my this side becomes v plus x dv by dx is equal to, now y is equal to vx, right?
Yeah.
So this becomes x square plus v square x square minus 1 by x square minus v square x square, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this becomes x square common 1 plus v square by v square minus 1 into x square, right? I have used the
you
minus
took the
1.
minus down. Yeah, got it.
So this becomes this, and we have x dv by dx is equal to v square plus 1 by v square minus 1 minus v. Correct?
Yeah.
So this will become now, I mean, we can simplify it and we can collect all the terms. So this becomes v square plus 1 minus v cube plus v, right?
Yeah, plus
By v square minus 1, right?
Yeah.
And okay, this doesn't seem very nice, but it will come minus v cube plus v square plus v plus 1 by v square minus 1, right?
Yeah.
This is my expression, and this is equal to x dv by dx, right? So what I can do is I can write dx by x on that side and take all of this side, right?
Yeah.
It will be v square minus 1 by minus v cube plus v square plus v plus 1 dv is equal to dx by x, right?
Yeah.
Now hopefully we can do this, right?
Partial.
So maybe think of some common. Is there a common factor? V is equal to 1. If you put, what happens? Minus 1 plus 1. Okay, it doesn't work. Minus 1, does it work? 1 plus 1 minus 1, no, doesn't work.
So what are you doing here?
I'm trying to take some common factors and cancelling.
Okay.
But it is not working. So I hope I have not made some silly mistakes. 1 second. Let me just check what he is doing.
So I think it's plus v cube, not minus.
If it is plus v cube, it would have been nice.
No, it's not.
Okay. He didn't do so much. How did he get it so easily? X square 1 plus u square 1 plus u square and all like that. Okay, I think we have complicated it unnecessarily. Okay, maybe I'll try it again once more on the other page. One second. X square plus y square dx plus x square minus xy dy. This was it, no?
Yeah.
X square minus xy dy is equal to 0. So
okay. So it was x square minus y square, right?
On top.
Yeah, x square minus y
plus
square.
Y square it was. I'm doing example 1.
Okay.
X square plus y square dx plus x square minus xy dy, right?
Okay. So I think we did it with minus y square before this.
If we did that, then that is stupid. No, that is wrong. So this was the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we did something weird. No, yeah. I think we made a mistake there. So dy by dx is coming as minus x square plus y square by x square minus xy, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Minus by, correct. And if I put y is equal to vx, right? I will get, this side will become minus x square plus v square x square by x square minus x into vx, right? So minus x square common 1 plus v square by x square common 1 minus v, right?
Yeah.
Now it is doable. Now it is not so big, right?
Yeah.
So it is 1 plus v square by v minus 1, right? And
Yeah.
dy by dx is v plus x dv by dx
Mm.
is equal to v square plus 1 by v minus 1, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this comes on this side, and which becomes v minus 1 v square plus 1 minus v square plus v, right? Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So this cancels and this becomes v plus 1 by v minus. Now it is very easy.
Mm.
So we get v minus 1 by v plus 1 dv is equal to dx by x, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is easily doable because you can write it as v plus 1 minus 2,
2. Yeah.
right? So this will become 1 minus 2 by v plus 1
Yeah.
dv,
Mm.
and this side is ln x and this side is v minus 2 ln 1 plus
Yeah.
v is equal to ln x
Log
plus
X.
some constant,
Mm.
right? And now you can put, instead of v, you can put y by x.
Yeah.
Y by x minus 2 ln 1 plus y by x
Mm.
is equal to ln x plus c.
Yeah.
If there are some initial conditions known, you will be able to find c,
Mm.
right? So, what we have to learn here is that should be able to spot the fact that some equation is differential equation is homogeneous. Once we are able to spot that, it will be fairly easy,
Yeah.
right? We can use any of the substitution, either y is equal to vx or x is equal to vy, and that will help us convert it into a variable separable form. So here the v's you could collect the v's on one side and the x on one side.
Yeah.
That is the whole point,
Mm.
right? If you can do that, then it might be an easy integration,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So the next thing that there is so Bernoulli's equation, now it comes. So dy by dx plus px into y is equal to fx into y power n.
Mm.
Fx into y power n, right? So linear first order differential equations we know how to solve.
Yeah.
If it was like this, it was known what to do, right?
Yeah.
But here the only difference is there is a y power n here, right?
Yeah.
So this is called a Bernoulli's equation, and this is also a known solution, very easy. You divide by y power n. So dy by dx, this becomes 1 by y power n plus px into 1 by y power n minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Is equal to fx, correct?
Mm.
And now you think of the substitution. Let's take 1 by y power n minus 1 as my tx, right?
Okay.
Like generally, y is a function of x, no?
Yeah.
So now we are taking this as our function of x because I want to get it into this form, no?
Yeah.
Like if there was instead of this, it was a t of x, right?
Mm.
Then I would have gotten it in that form, no? There is no dependency on t here.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically you are trying to convert this into the linear form, okay? To
Yeah.
get the linear form, you need to have y only in one term and one derivative, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to have y here, right?
Here. Yeah. Got it. Got it.
So
Mm.
we have divided by y to make it y free here,
Yeah.
right? And then we are saying this is my new function, right?
Mm. Yeah.
If this is my new function, notice that dt by dx is equal to, this is y to the power minus n minus 1, right?
Yeah. So 1 minus n.
So this becomes minus n times. So n minus 1, wait
Yeah.
1 second, y to
1
the power 1 minus n it is,
n.
right?
Yeah.
So 1 minus n into y to the power minus n will come,
Yeah.
and dy by dx will also come, no?
Yeah. Hmm.
Basically y to the power 1 minus n differentiation with respect to x is equal to 1 minus n
Yeah.
y power minus n into dy by dx, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So now thankfully this y power minus n dy by dx is already here,
Yeah. The first term.
right?
Hmm.
So dt by dx, so 1 by 1 minus n into dt by dx is the first term, right?
Hmm.
1 by 1 minus n dt by dx plus px into t is equal to f of x.
Mm.
Now this has become a linear equation of the first order, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here now you can do it by the integrating factor method.
Okay.
Your solution would be t into if is equal to integral of f of x into if, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Correct. And t later you will put t as 1 by this, right?
So what? How different would have it been if we just
Hmm.
took this as?
Hmm.
Oh, we can't do that, right? Sorry.
What?
Sir, I thought like if we don't perform the substitution, but then we can't do it, right?
Then you don't have a method to solve it.
Yeah, got it.
You
Yeah.
can only solve it if it is in this form,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So that is why you have to do the division and you have to do the substitution. Otherwise, like it's not like you know any method. No?
Yeah, got it.
So we are trying to convert. So every time you'll get questions where you'll be able to convert a Bernoulli's equation to a first order differential equation.
Yeah, okay.
So one example we can do of this type, let's say, okay, so, okay. There is one question here, x dy by dx plus y, x dy by dx plus y is equal to x square y square, I think, is equal to x square y square, yes. So this is my question. Now, obviously, like here, there is a y square here, right? So yeah, so it works directly, I think, x dy by dx. Also, first you should divide by x, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, got it.
Because here there should not be an x, right?
Yeah.
So dy by dx plus y by x is equal to xy square, right?
Yeah.
And now this side there should not be any y's, right?
Yeah.
So
So we'll
I'll
divide
do
it by y square.
1 by y square dy by dx plus 1 by x into 1 by y is equal
Yeah.
to x, right?
Mm.
Now, if I take 1 by y as my t, right? Differentiation of that with respect to x will be minus 1 by y square dy by dx.
Yeah.
Is equal to dt by dx, right?
Yeah.
So this becomes minus dt by dx plus 1 by x into t is equal to x, right? So minus I can multiply everywhere else. So dt by dx plus minus 1 by x into t is equal to minus x, right? I have multiplied by minus to make it look like the same form.
Yeah.
Right? So solution of this will be t into integrating factor is equal to integral of minus x into integrating factor, right?
Yeah.
And integrating factor is equal to e power integral of minus 1 by x dx, right?
Yeah.
So e power minus ln x. So this is 1 by x, right?
Yeah.
Integrating factor is 1 by x. So t by x is equal to minus x into 1 by x is minus 1. So it is minus x plus c, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So t is equal to minus x square plus cx, right?
Yes.
And t is 1 by y. So 1 by y is equal to minus x square plus cx. So y is equal to minus, oh no, y is equal to 1 by cx minus x square.
Okay.
Right? Correct.
Yes.
So we are able to solve it by thinking of the substitution, right? See, he has also gotten y is equal to 1 by cx minus x square, right?
Yeah.
Now there is sometimes equations of the form dy by dx is equal to f of ax plus by plus c.
Okay.
Dy by dx is equal to f of ax plus by plus c, right? Now this is not the straightforward homogeneous form, but it can be converted into homogeneous by, sometimes it can be converted into homogeneous form, or sometimes it can be converted into a variable separable form by doing the standard substitution. This is the substitution.
Okay.
Right. So we'll see some examples. This is another standard type of problem. Okay. So example is like, let's say we have an equation. Okay, so let's try to do, for example, dy by dx is equal to x plus y plus 1 whole square.
Okay.
Dy by dx is equal to x plus y plus 1 whole square. Okay. This is the question. So here, notice that this is neither homogeneous, not exact, nothing, right?
Yeah.
It is not homogeneous because there is a constant term. When you expand it, there will be many terms with 0 degree and stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So first thing to do here would be x plus y plus 1 is equal to t. Let's see what happens, right? So differentiate with respect to x. So 1 plus dy by dx, right?
So like we can differentiate it with respect to y also, right? There's no compulsion like that.
No, but here it is like this, so I
Oh,
should
dy
do
by
it like,
dx.
uh,
Okay.
if it was d by dy, I would have done d by dy,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
There is no compulsion, but I need to use this, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? So this is this, and you get dy by dx is equal to dt by dx minus 1, right?
Yeah.
So this is dt by dx minus 1 is equal to t square now, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you get dt by dx is equal to t square plus 1, and see that it is variable separable now,
Okay. Yeah.
right? This is variable separable suddenly, and this becomes tan inverse t is equal to x plus c. So
Yeah.
tan of x plus c is equal to t, and t was this. So we
Yeah.
have x plus y plus 1 is equal to tan of x plus c. So y is equal to tan of x plus c minus x minus 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? This is my solution, right? So
Yeah.
so in the exercise, basically in exercise 2.5, you will see questions which are a mixed bag of all the types that we have seen so far. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just do one or two more and then we'll move on. Then the next one is some numerical method and all, I think, right? I think here they have not done anything. We will see the Clairaut's equation and stuff. I think that is in the next few chapters. So,
Okay.
so one or two more questions of this we'll see, and then we'll go on. So, for example, question number 14. Question 14 of the exercise.
Yeah.
Initial value problem is there, and the question is y dx plus x ln x minus ln y minus 1 x ln x minus ln y minus 1 dy is equal to 0, and y of 1 is equal to e. Equal to 0, y of 1 is equal to e. This is the problem. Now first we should check the exactness, right? If it is an exact one, we know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Obviously this is not going to be a homogeneous one, no? Because ln x is coming.
Yeah.
You don't know that it's not even a polynomial, no?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Homogeneous and all you can only check when the function is itself a polynomial. At least you can say degree only when it is a simple function polynomial, right?
Yeah.
If it was sine x and all, you cannot say degree of x is 1 or anything.
Yeah.
Basically log, e, trigonometric functions and all are transcendental functions in the sense that they are not algebraic functions.
Okay.
Right? So you don't worry about degrees in those, right?
Yeah.
So here the only thing that we can possibly check is the exact one, right?
Yeah.
So dou m by dou y here is 1, right?
1.
And dou m by dou x we have dou n by dou x we have to check. So let's check that. So this is 1 into ln x minus ln y minus 1 plus x into differentiation inside, right? With respect to x. So 1 by x, that's it.
Yeah.
So that is plus 1, right?
Yeah.
So plus 1.
Same only. Oh no, it's not the same.
It's not coming, no?
It's not exact.
Okay, so maybe we should simplify it a little bit. I felt like it will be exact, but it is not. So what is wrong? X ln x minus x ln x minus x ln y. Okay, it is not coming exact. So we have to think of some other way, right? So, okay, y dx plus x ln x by y, this is minus 1, right?
Yeah.
x ln x by y
Mm.
minus x
Okay, yeah.
dy, right?
Mm.
Correct, is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So this is written as y dx minus x dy, right?
Yeah.
Plus x ln x by y dy
Yeah.
is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, okay. Uh, now uh, here, if I think about it, if I divide by x squared, right,
Yeah.
the whole thing, right?
Mm.
If I divide the whole thing by x squared, I can clearly see that this part becomes d of y by x, no?
Yeah. Uh,
Because d of y by x would be
yeah.
quotient rule, right?
Yeah. Quotient rule.
Y into, no, quotient rule should be x by y, I think, yeah. First, you differentiate the numerator in the quotient rule, no?
Yeah. First you
Till,
differentiate the
so I
numerator.
think we should divide by y square, right?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah. By v. Yeah. V square. That'll be y only.
So I think we should divide by y square here on both sides, right?
Yeah.
So now I think y into dx minus x into dy by y square is basically d of x by y, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This should be equal to y into dx minus x into dy by y square, right?
Yes. Mm.
So this is d of x by y
Mm.
plus this is now x by y into ln x by y into dy by y, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct, is equal to 0, right?
Mm.
Okay, so now what is the differentiation of ln x by y? Differentiation of this is with respect to y, if we, no, 1 second, 1 by x by y and then d of x by y, right? This
Yeah.
should be the differentiation, no? 1 by x by y into d of x by y, right?
So with respect to y.
No, I'm doing total differentiation. D of this is equal to, uh,
Okay.
first I will differentiate the ln part and then I will differentiate the x by y, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So wait, I feel like I should do a substitution x by y is equal to t, obviously, right? Like maybe that will simplify matters,
Mm.
right? So x by y is equal to t. So x is equal to ty if you put, then to t, so x is equal to ty. So dx is equal to t plus dy by dt by dx.
Mm.
So 1 second, y plus dt by dx or something will get. X is equal to ty. I am differentiating now with respect to if we differentiate with respect to, basically you can write dx as t dy plus y dt,
Yeah.
and we can say that anything we can say dx by dy is equal to t plus pi dt by dy,
Mm.
and we could also have done the opposite, dx by dt is equal to y plus t,
Yeah.
dx by dt is equal to y plus t dy by dt, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So we'll see if it is useful. So x by y is equal to t, then this becomes dt plus t times ln t dy by y. Dy by y, what do I do for that? So dy by y is coming here, but Nothing very easy is coming. dy by y. Okay, maybe on the next page I'll try it again. I think we are missing something. Y dx plus x times ln x minus ln y minus 1 dy. Next times minus ln y minus 1 dy is equal to 0 and y
Yeah.
of 1 is equal to e. Let's think about it differently. I feel like this should not be difficult, so like we should be able to solve it. Exercise let's think. Is this like an integrating factor type of question? That it was not directly, oh, maybe we have not done that section. No? Could be. 1 second. You remember there was one part we have skipped, right?
Yeah.
There was a part where this is not coming exact directly, right?
Yeah, it's not exact.
And the part that we had skipped was the part where they were saying ki you could make it exact
Yeah.
by an integrating factor, right?
Yeah.
So let me just think about it for a moment and then we'll move on if there is nothing more. Okay. Okay, so let's try something like x is equal to vy, right?
Yeah.
So
Like this is not homogeneous, right?
no, this is not homogeneous, but we are hoping that this substitution will help because many times we saw x by y was coming, no?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So we are trying, let's see if it works. Dx is therefore equal to dx is v dy plus y dv, no?
Dx will be,
V dy plus y dv, right? So this becomes y into v dy plus y dv, right?
Yeah.
Plus x is equal to vy. Ln of what is x is vy, right? Minus ln of y minus 1 into dy is equal to 0, right? Now this ln of vy is ln v plus ln y.
Yes.
Minus ln y minus 1. So this gets cancelled. So this is ln v minus 1, right?
Yeah.
So it is vy ln v minus 1 dy. And this side is yv dy, vy dy plus y square dv, right?
Yes.
Correct. So now notice that minus vy dy is coming.
Minus v by dy. Yeah.
Okay, minus vy dy plus vy ln v dy, right?
Yeah.
So minus vy dy gets cancelled. So what we are left with is y square dv plus vy ln v dy is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
Now it looks like we could possibly separate variables here. Yeah, we can, right?
Yeah.
We have y square dv is equal to minus v ln v into y dy, right? So dv by v ln v, right, is equal to minus y dy by y square, correct?
Yeah.
So this is minus 1 by y dy and this is dv by v ln v. So we have dv by v ln v is equal to minus 1 by y dy. This part is obvious.
Yeah, ln v we can put as a substitution.
Ln v as t. So this becomes dt by t.
Yeah.
So ln t is equal to minus ln y plus c, right? And t is equal to ln v. So ln of v, right? And v is equal to x by y.
Yeah.
Right? is equal to minus ln y plus c, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And now we can put the value of y is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. So we get ln of 1 by y is equal to, oh wait, y was equal to e, so 1 by e, right?
Yeah.
Right, 1 by e, so it is minus 1 by e doesn't make sense only. Oh, minus 1, huh? Oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense. 1 by e. ln of minus 1 is not defined, no?
Yeah.
So something weird has happened. 1 second. So mod you have, we have missed out on the mod. So many places when you do integrate, it's always a mod.
Yeah.
Like every place you integrate, you have to put a ln of mod t, right?
Yeah.
So this is ln of 1 only. So left hand side is 0 and minus ln of e plus c. So this is minus 1 plus c. So c is equal to 1,
Yeah.
right? So
Y of 1 is equal to E means, so in a place of every X we put 1, right?
and y value comes out to be,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
basically it means 1 comma e is a point on the curve.
Yeah. Okay.
So everywhere you can replace x with 1 and y with e,
Okay. Fine.
right?
Yeah.
So notice that the question is solved, but the question was solved by a substitution, like totally unexpected substitution.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not a homogeneous question, but still the substitution worked, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it could be weird stuff like this where it is still working, right?
Yeah.
So for example, let's see question number 12th one, right?
Okay.
Question 12th in the exercise, same exercise. X squared plus 2y squared dx by dy.
Yeah.
X squared plus 2y squared dx by dy is equal to uh, xy, and y of minus 1 is 1.
Yeah.
Y of minus 1 is equal to 1. That means basically the point is x is minus 1 and y is 1.
Yeah.
This is the point. Okay. So this is a little more obvious because homogeneous, right?
Yeah.
In this, it is not doubtful that you should do the substitution, right?
Yeah.
So y is equal to u into x or t into x or whatever, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So correct. So we have x square plus 2y square dx is equal to xy dy. So I'll just put dy is equal to u dx
Yeah.
plus x du, right? And I'll put everywhere this x square plus 2 u square x square dx is equal to x into y is ux,
Yeah.
and dy is u dx plus x du. So this becomes x square common 1 plus 2 u square dx is equal to x square into u, so
X square U
u
square.
square dx plus x square u into, so x cube u du, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So now what we can do is x square dx 1 plus 2 u square minus u square, right,
Yeah.
is equal to x cube u du, right? See, I have brought this side. So this is 1 plus u square x square dx
Yeah.
is equal to x cube u du. Now separable, it is variable separable, and now you can do it, right?
Yeah.
It becomes u du by 1 plus u square is equal to x square by x cube dx.
So 1 by X.
1 by x, this is integrable, this is integrable, right?
Yes.
So this is log 1 plus u square.
Yeah.
So now it is over. Now you can get the answer. So this was not hard, but the slightly weird one was the 14th one.
Yeah.
Right? Where the substitution was still working even if it was not a looking like a homogeneous thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so one last question we'll see. Let's do 30th one. Okay.
Okay.
30th one of this exercise. So dy by dx is equal to
3x plus 2y.
3x plus 2y by 3x plus 2y plus 2.
Yeah.
2y by 3x plus 2y plus 2. And what value is given? Y of,
-1 is equal to -1.
okay. So y of -1 is equal to -1. Okay. So now we have to figure this out. Now, this is not typically homogeneous because this term,
Hmm.
right? But this is of the form of dy by dx is some function of ax plus by plus c, even though it is a rational expression, right?
Hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
directly like that, but the function could be a rational function. That's fine.
So we
So
put this as t.
you can put 3x plus 2y plus 2 as t.
Okay.
If you put this as t, on top is t minus 2, no? See?
Yeah.
So t minus 2 by t on this side, right?
Yeah. Fine.
And dy by dx would be 3 plus 2 dy by dx is
Yeah.
equal to dt by dx, right?
Hmm.
So dt by dx minus 3 by 2. So half dt by dx minus 3, right,
Hmm.
is equal to this. So this becomes dt by dx minus 3 is equal to 2t
Hmm.
minus 4 by t, and this becomes dt by dx, uh, see, my is equal to 3
Hmm.
plus 2 minus 4 by t, right?
Yeah.
So I can write it as dt by dx. Okay, I
Yeah.
mean, we don't have to do so much. I mean, I think we just need to write it as, just add it simply.
Hmm.
I thought it was becoming linear, but it's not, simple only. So just simply add plus 3 to it. So
Yeah.
it is, when you do that, it will be 5t minus 4 by t, no?
Yes.
So t by 5t minus 4 dt is equal to dx.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now it is done, because this one you can integrate by writing the numerator in terms of the denominator.
Hmm.
How do you integrate this type of thing? You
Uh,
write, huh,
we'll write that as 5t and divide it by 5. Yeah.
you should write
And
it as 5t minus 4.
plus -4.
You can write it as
Will be 20, right?
plus 4 by 5. You can do this, no?
Yeah. Okay.
This is the same thing as t,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And divided by 5t minus 4.
Yeah.
So it will become uh, 1 by 5 plus 4 by 5 into 5t minus 4
Yes.
dt. So this part is done, and this part is a log. You can
Yeah.
get the integrations, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we have seen that this type of thing you should take ax plus by plus c is t.
Hmm.
We have seen normal homogeneous equations, you should take things like this.
Hmm.
And exact ones we have seen, exact differential equations, how to do, right?
So we take dy by dx is equal to f of we make that substitution when it's not homogeneous, right?
When, which one?
That
dy by
f
dx.
of is equal
Huh,
to f of ax plus by plus c. And then
huh,
we substitute it, right?
this we substitute whenever it is x plus y plus 2 or some type of linear expression of x plus y is there, right?
So should we do it for like homogeneous equations or not homogeneous?
No, this is not a homogeneous thing, no.
Yeah. Okay.
See, this is a constant term, no.
Hmm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It
Okay.
is not at all a homogeneous one. It is a different thing, right?
Yes. Yes.
Homogeneous is when the terms degrees are same everywhere,
Yeah. Okay.
right? In homogeneous ones, you do y is equal to vx or x is equal to vy and all.
Yeah.
Because you want to, why do we do those? Because you want to take x common, right?
Yes. Yes.
Like
Yes.
if it is homogeneous, then you all the terms will have same degree, so x square, x square, x square will come everywhere, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you want to make it variable separable. The point of that substitution is to make it variable separable,
Yeah. Okay.
right? And this, the point of this is also to make it variable separable, but in a slightly different way, right?
Yeah.
Because if f of ax plus by plus c was there, it could be something like 3x plus 2y plus 1 whole square minus 5 or something, and
Yeah.
is dy by dx, and you will suddenly get this as t square minus 5, right?
Mm.
And this one will come as 1 plus 3 plus 2 dy 2 dy by dx is dt, right? So
Yeah.
you will get dt by dx is equal to 3 plus 2 dy by dx, right?
Yeah.
So this one is also, you are ultimately getting it into a variable separable form, but in a slightly different way, no?
Yeah. Okay.
Here you are writing dy by dx as dt by dx minus 3 by 2, and then hoping that you can multiply it on and get dt by dx only in terms of t, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Both are similar. The idea, the point is to eventually get a variable separable, but they are done in a different way, and it's applicable in different cases,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Okay, so going ahead, numerical method will not do because it has not been done for you, right? Uh, then we go to the third chapter. I'm just trying to find where the Clairaut stuff is there.
Okay.
So one or two more things are there, the solving for P and those things, right?
Yeah.
That is not at all hard. Look, we can, next class, if I have not found it in this, then what we can do is in the next class, we can just look through the notes I can explain.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
saw through the thing. It is very easy actually. Like if you
Okay.
have a quadratic like this, right?
Yeah.
If you have a quadratic like this or something, right? Some function. So basically you have a quadratic in the derivative, right?
Yeah.
So write the derivative as some p, ap square minus plus bp plus c, right? A, B, C could be functions,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
A, B, C are some complicated functions. It could be anything. It could be numbers also. It could be functions also, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So what he's saying is that you could solve for P, no, as a quadratic.
Yeah.
P is actually dy by dx, okay? P is actually dy by dx,
Yeah.
and it is like that.
Formula, right?
So there is a formula. So P is equal to minus B plus minus root over B square minus 4AC by 2A, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now P could be two different values, right? Like hopefully you will have something which makes this a simple looking function, right?
Yeah.
And something that makes this also a simple looking function. B
Yes.
square minus 4AC should not be so complicated, right?
Yeah.
If so, now P could be this or it could be this, right? There are
Yeah.
two options. So now the point is to solve this quadratic, this differential equation, right?
Yeah.
Solve this differential equation separately. If this
Yeah.
is solvable, you'll get a solution, right? Y1, right? And solve this one separately, you'll get a solution Y2, right?
Yeah. So we'll integrate, right?
No, you'll multiply. Your combined solution is this.
No, like just to solve.
To solve it, you'll integrate, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You'll just do this and you'll integrate, right?
Yeah.
And you'll get Y1, right? Y1 is one solution, Y2 is another solution. The combined solution will be Y1 into Y2, right?
Yeah.
If Y1 can be written as some equation, then combined solution will be this into this is 0. Either this is 0 or this is 0.
Yes. Okay.
So the whole point, we can go through the notes and do it, but right now let's just see what the book is saying in the order, like, because book will have some definite order to what it is teaching and when, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So chapter 3 is modeling with first order differential equations. So what does that mean? It means that basically many physical problems will boil down to a first order differential equation, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
for example, radioactivity, right? Radioactivity, the amount of radioactive rays that come out of a sample of material is proportional to the number of atoms left, right?
Yeah.
So like if you remember a little bit of physics, it was dN by dt is proportional to n, right? So you used to get dN by dt is equal to minus kn.
Yeah.
And this is a linear differential equation in first order, right? Like this is simply, you can just integrate it. It's variable separable, you will get a log solution.
Yes.
Right? So this is one point where you can use this. Then you also get it in chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics, you have rate of a reaction is proportional to the substances that are reacting, right? You remember this? This you have done, no? Chemistry sometime.
Yeah.
So C plus D and all, you would use to say rate is proportional to A to the power alpha and B to the power gamma or something, no?
Divided by C.
So
yeah.
So minus dA by dt. Suppose B was rate independent of B, right?
Hmm.
So then it could be 8 is proportional to is equal to Ka square if it was a second order reaction,
Yeah, yeah.
or it could also be Ka. This is concentration of A, right?
Yeah.
So these are all different situations where differential equations keep turning up, right?
Yeah.
So what he's showing in this section is different examples in physics and normal sciences where differential equations keeps coming. So we'll not bother about it so much, but we'll see if there is any other method of solving differential equations that comes up, right?
Yeah, okay.
So for example, example 7 in the next chapter, chapter 3 is an LR series circuit. Those LR circuits, RC circuits are all differential equations,
Yeah.
right? So, okay. Newton's law of cooling, all of that is there. I'm going ahead just to find if there's anything new. I think you have come to the exercise. So now it is nonlinear models, 3.2. Okay, nonlinear models. Nonlinear models is basically things that don't follow the linear power one, right? Right? There's no power one, so it can be complicated change.
Yeah, okay.
Right? The change is not not in the same power. Derivative is having a degree, right? Dy by dx is square root of that or cube root of that or something, right? That is non-linear.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, the power of dy by dx is not 1, right?
Yeah.
Whatever is the equation. This is suppose 3, then this is non-linear, right? Okay. So that type, I don't know if it has been done in your notes. Has it been done? No, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so we go ahead a little bit and I think I saw somewhere the 1 second, the preliminary theory for the, I think I saw somewhere the Clairaut stuff, so I'm just looking for that. So second order chemical reaction, this is all not stuff that we need right now. Then systems of first order Ds, modeling it with systems of first order D. Okay, this is more complicated question. Okay, not important. Chapter 4, first section. Oh, I think this is what he has been doing in your class.
Yeah.
This is the type of thing that he has been doing. Nth order initial value problem.
Yeah.
There are triple derivatives and all also here. Has he done these triple derivatives that there are? No? No.
No, I don't think. So triple derivatives are not there, I think.
I mean, higher order derivatives have not yet come for you.
No.
Okay. Okay.
It's only that solvable for x, y, and z and Clairaut's equation.
Okay. Linear nth order differential equation. Linear nth order differential equation of the form this said to be okay. Differential operators, polynomial operator. Okay, so I don't think this has been done also for you. So okay, so then it is nothing is left much. The only the Clairaut's thing is left. No.
Yeah.
Then what we should do is practice more questions so that if it comes in the test, you should not be like not able to do it because of lack of practice. Theoretically, I think nothing more is left except one Clairaut's equation thing, right?
Yeah.
So I will just look through your notes then, and next class what we'll do is we'll discuss the notes entirely. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever is left, any other type that is left and all, right?
Yeah, we'll do that. Yes.
And what you should spend your time doing is till chapter 2 the exercise is more questions. The more questions you do, the better it will feel, and you'll be
Sir,
more.
if I come across a new type, can I send it to you? Can you just like check the steps like for 3-4 questions?
Yeah. So,
okay.
So whatever, so you can send the doubts and all, whatever doubts you have, just send it across, and what we'll do is go through the notes on Sunday. Like if there is anything left and any other type left, because I don't think it will be a very extensive test, because I think we have run out of new things that he has taught.
No, it's only 30 marks.
So it will be some straightforward question. It's about making sure that you are ready to solve it in the exam.
Yeah.
So chapter 2 exercises will be more useful. If you are solving a few more exercises, you will feel more and more confident.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll
so
do.
do as much as you can, and we'll go through the notes to find out if there's anything else missing.
Yeah.
And actually, we'll start matrices and all from the if we are done with the differential equation part early, we might even start that day. But
Yeah.
otherwise, we'll start next week matrices. So
Okay.
matrices syllabus is the same that is there in your syllabus that you have shared, no? How much
Yeah.
is coming in? The notes for matrices you have?
Yeah, so like she uploads it after every session.
Okay.
So we haven't finished the whole chapter yet. There's row reduced echelon form.
Hmm.
Then there's system of equations.
Hmm.
Then there is eigenvalues and eigenvectors.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, fine. This is nothing else, right?
And there's Cayley-Hamilton theorem, only the problems. There's no proof.
Okay. 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 Eigenvalues, eigenvectors, Cayley-Hamilton. So these are all standard things only. Like the only thing here that is sometimes a little tricky is making sure that you get this right.
Okay, yeah.
Row reduced echelon form, you have to get it right. And
Hmm.
from there, you should be able to find your inverse of a function, inverse of a matrix.
Yeah.
Inverse and adjoint, that has
That's
been
not
done.
there. No.
Inverse has not yet been done.
No,
Then
no.
how are you solving equations? Like system of equations, if you're solving using matrices, you have to write in inverse. No, you have to write this as this, right?
So we converted into normal form and then I mean
You
normal
matched it, row
yeah,
reduced echelon form.
we do that or we do rank using rank.
Rank has been done. Huh?
Yeah, rank has been done.
So right now you are solving equations by writing it as row reduced echelon form and just checking the coefficients with that, no?
Yeah, that's
Basically,
we reduce it to row reduced echelon form. Then so there's this thing, right? If R is
Mhm.
equal to n, then and so uh, we do n minus r, and then we find how many variables to take as k, and then we find the equation in terms of k. We find the solution of the equation in terms of k.
okay, so what the normal way to solve it is like this. Okay, so this is my combined matrix, right? It
Yeah.
has coefficients as well as it has this is the extended augmented matrix, right?
Hmm.
So if I can reduce this matrix, right, to a row reduced echelon form, right,
Yeah.
then I can just match it off. I can just see that row reduced echelon form will have a one something like this, right?
Yeah.
Some zeros and all might be there, right?
Yeah.
So I can just say that this equation becomes something else, right?
Yeah.
First equation is becoming 1 into x plus 0 into y plus 0 into z is 3 by 5, right?
Yeah. That's what we do.
Okay, so this is one way to solve. Other
Yeah.
ways to solve are this, like if you have this matrix 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 1, you can think of it as a multiplication of two matrices is
Yeah,
equal
this is
to,
what we did in 12th.
so this is what we did in 12th. This is a method where you are finding the inverse, right?
Yeah.
So you can say xyz is equal to, xyz should be equal to a inverse into 5, 4, 3.
Yeah.
Where A is this one, coefficient matrix, right?
Yeah.
So this is also a method, but have you guys discussed in class like conditions for when is a system inconsistent,
Yeah, we did.
inconsistent? Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so those conditions you need to be aware of. So
Yeah.
matrices part is a little more theoretical and slightly more difficult. So you should be very clear with the theory. So we'll do that properly.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'll see you on Sunday. We'll finish off this differential equations portion.
All right. Fine,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir.